Hey guys, it's Kevin with Earth 2 Mastery. I'm here today to tell you how I think it's possible that trade will work inside Earth 2. Okay, so I've got my discount code in the description and pinned to the top comment down below. I really appreciate it when you guys use that code. It allows me to continue making videos and now also growing our clan base for Masters United. So please use that code, leave your code down below, and like the video. I choose people every day to make purchases with their codes. I will tell you at the end of the video whose codes I used for today's video and also where I made those purchases, so stick around for that. Okay, so I've been looking at the other cryptocurrency games that are out there because I believe this will be a cryptocurrency game and it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. That's my opinion. And thinking about how trade will work. Now, on most of these games, it looks as though you buy stuff directly from the exchange itself, from the game. I think that that's going to be a possibility inside of Earth 2. I've mentioned this before, and I also was watching one of the real Randy Chavez's videos about where he was answering users' questions, and somebody had a question about whether or not you're going to be able to buy resources directly from the game. I think that you will. Here's what I think will probably happen. Much like when you buy a property, it goes up in value, and then you sell it, you get an improvement fee on the amount different than what you paid and what the new user purchased it for. That improvement fee goes to the development team, goes to the creators of the game so that they can continue to improve the game. I've seen some people online complaining about that. That's not something you want to be complaining about. Everybody's worried that they're going to give up on this project, that they're going to just walk off from it after they've made enough money. Well, if it's a continuing revenue stream, that's not going to happen. They're going to continue to develop it. So we want them earning money, whether it's a share of advertising revenue in the future, whether it's the money that they're getting from selling new tiles, whether it's the money that they're getting as a percentage of improvement fees. We need them to have those incentives to make the game better. They want the property to improve so that they can get a percentage of the sales in the secondary market. I think that the same thing is going to be true of resources. I think that they've already mentioned that you're not going to be able to carry around resources magically. They were talking about having a magic bag where you could carry around tons of resources. I feel like there's going to be limits to the amount of resources that you can carry. So you're not going to be able to just carry around 4 billion piles of wood. Maybe they say you can carry around 60 or 80 or whatever. I think you're going to have ways to transport those resources. I feel like the best plan for them in order to encourage interplayer gameplay, as well as give options to players that may not have those relationships built, is that there will be locations within the world where you can go and sell your resources wholesale back to the game. They will gather up those resources at wholesale prices and then retail them back out to people that need them, that go direct to the game to buy them. But I think that those locations should be spread apart far enough that it still encourages relationship building between different guilds or different individuals, so that possibly they don't have to move those resources as far. That'll probably save them time and resources as well. So if they have resources that they want to sell, they'd be better off finding somebody local that they can sell or trade with than going all the way to the game's center. However, they would still have that option. Also, what that would do is it would give the creators and the developers a way of setting market prices for those resources. Because depending on how many resources of that type are being sold back to the game and how much people are willing to pay for them when they're purchasing them, could help set the market price, which would give people an idea of how much they should be getting in return in other resources or in cryptocurrency when they trade with other players. So there needs to be some sort of a market going on, a centralized market, so that you can kind of decide the value of each resource that you have. I want to do a video soon about which resources I think could be the most valuable, especially initially in the gameplay. But when there is a transaction between players, I think that should cost cryptocurrency, whatever cryptocurrency they have inside the game. When there is a transaction between the players and the game, I think that the game should be buying at a wholesale price and then reselling at a retail price. That way they get money there. And I think that those will probably be the ways that you can do that. I also think that you need to be able to store your resources. So think of like Minecraft. You can only carry so many items inside of your purse or whatever it is that you're carrying around. But you have chests inside of a dwelling or wherever you place them that you can put your resources in. So I think that we should be able to have chests that we can put inside of our fortified areas, or that we can hide and fill up resources so that we can store them up for when the value becomes greater, because that will help regulate the exchange and help regulate the prices that we can get for them. So that's how I think that the developers can continue to make money on the trades, make it fair for individual players that may not have the connections, but also encourage gameplay between the players as far as trade is concerned. Okay, so that's my idea on how the market for resources could work inside the game. Also, I wanted to mention that people think that you have to discount all your tiles in order to sell them. That is one of the tips that I shared in how to sell your tiles. However, if you have a very strategic location, if you've purchased tiles in an area that's in high demand, you may very well be able to get above market price. I have one tile that I bought from another user at the Vatican back in December. I bought it from them because they only had one for sale, and I didn't think that I'd be able to buy one, so I bought it. It's worth $3.62 as a new tile right now, and somebody just sent me an offer for $15 for that one tile. I don't think I'll take it because I can't replace it, but it is definitely, I mean, that's 4x times the current new tile price that they've offered me. So it was a very fair offer, and I appreciate the offer, but I don't think I'll be taking it because there's no way that I can replace that one tile, and I'm interested to see what happens there in the future. So I have 3 people whose codes I was able to use today because this is how much money I had right now. Destroy username, almost $25 I was able to use in Gambia. That's still class 1. Somebody was sharing it in the comments. Lester Minotti, almost $25 I was able to spend in Gambia. And then there's a name that's, I think it's in Greek writing. I can't read it. It looks like it might say ex wotas if it was just regular text. So you'll know who you are when you see the purchase. I was able to use your code, and I purchased more tiles on the island to the west of the Isla de las Mosquitas, or whatever it's called, where we have our base there in Guinea-Bissau. So you should see a purchase in Caixa in Guinea-Bissau. That's me. That was for over $24. So I appreciate you guys all being here. I appreciate you being in the clan. If you are interested in that, you can see information on that in the description down below. If you are getting interested in cryptocurrency like I am now, there's a link down there in the description where you can join Coinbase and get $10 in free Bitcoin. So you know, I'm getting involved. I'm really starting to get so interested in all of these crypto games, and I really need to educate myself further on how crypto works, because I'm starting to get a rough idea of how some of it works, but it's all so foreign and so complicated that it's hard for me to tell exactly what each cryptocurrency does. So I've been watching some videos about different types of cryptocurrencies and their abilities, and I've noticed a lot of them are built on the Ethereum blockchain. So Ethereum's kind of my point of interest right now because I see all of these games happening on it, and it's really incredibly interesting to me. Okay, so I'll see you guys later.